Okay, assess page 80. To finish off section 7 on the higher tier, I'm going to go on question 3 because that's where grade C starts. I'll take the dodgiest looking equation. It says 3 bracket 2t minus 1 equals 10 minus 2 lots of, what do we got there, 3t plus 2. So it's going to be 3. Let's multiply out. We've got 6t minus 3 equals 10. That's going to be minus 6t minus 4. So we get the t's together. 6t plus 6t equals 10 minus the 4, and then plus the other 3 from the other side. Let's simplify a little bit. We've got 12t comes to, well, 10 minus 4 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9, and we're left with t equals 9 over 12, so t is 3/4. And that's fine, leave it like that. It's a non-calculator module anyway. Within question 4, the last one, put it right over here. I've got x over 5 plus x over 10 is 6. Just double up to get it out of 10. So I've got 2x over 10 plus x over 10 makes 6. Altogether, we've got 3x over 10 equals 6. Take the 10 over and multiply. 3x is 60, from which x becomes 20. Problem solved. Doing inequality on question 6, I'll put it right here and then flip over the page. I've got 3b plus 10 is less than 4. Take the 10 over and subtract, obviously. So 3b is less than 4 minus 10, minus 6. And so b is going to be less than minus 6 over 3. So b is going to be less than minus 2. And that's fine for that one. I think I'll do question 8 next door. It's a standalone question rated at grade B, so it's worth some respect. 3 open bracket y minus 1 close bracket is greater than 5y plus 7. Multiplying out, 3y minus 3 is greater than 5y plus 7. I get the minuses over here, so 3y, by minuses I mean subtract number 5y, bring it over. Minus 5y is greater than 7 plus the 3. We've got minus 2y is greater than 10. Don't divide by a negative value. Bring this over and add, and bring the 10 over and subtract. So we have 10 is greater than 2y. In other words, 2y is less than 10. Dividing by 2, get a lovely answer of 5. So y has got to be less than 5 if I can get it to work. That's that one. I'm going to try question 9 right here. It looks quite horrific. It's a standalone question. Well, it's not actually. There's a 9a and a 9b. I'm going to fancy going for the 9b. It looks far more challenging. So here it is. 2 plus 3y, all divided by 7. Then I subtract y minus 4 divided by 3, and that equals y over 2. In other words, half a y. Let's get this all out of 21 first. Lowest common multiple of 7 3 is 21. So this needs to be multiplied by 3. And this needs to be multiplied by 7 to get the bottom and top out of 21. Well, to make the denominator out of 21 anyway. Is that alright? So I'll multiply that by 7, multiply this by 3, and we'll get ourselves a mark for doing that, I'm sure. Right, it's all out of 21 now, so let's just put a great big denominator. That equals y over 2. Multiplying out, I've got 6 plus 9y minus 7y plus 28. Look at it, minus 7 times minus 4 plus 28. Squashing that a little bit, we go 9y take away 7y, 2y, 6 and 28 comes to 34, and that's going to equal to y over 2 multiplied by 21, to the 21 over and multiplied. At this point I could take the 2 over and multiply, just get rid of the divide by 2. It would be a lot nicer. So let's take the 2 over and multiply absolutely everything. So what have we got? We've got 4y plus 68 equals 21 y's. Let's get rid of the 4 y's on the other side. So 21y minus the 4y's equals 68. I basically took the 4y there and subtracted. That will leave us with, how many y's is that? Help me please. 17 y's, so 17 y's to 68. And so let's work over here now. Y is going to be 68 over 17. I think that's right. Let's check it out now. What have we got here? 4. That's alright, I like that. Yes, so what we're going to do is multiply by 2. Right, so 17's into 68. I reckon that goes in about 3 times. So 3 17's are 30, 51. And 51 to 68 is 17 left over. Actually, it's exactly 4 times. How silly. 4, see, dodgy numbers, aren't they? So 17's into 68 goes 4 times. 4 10 to 40, 4 7 to 28, all comes to 68. Therefore, y equals 4. Thank you, I made it. Alright. Now, question 10 is one of these inequality graph things that are really difficult to get your head around, so let's just go really slowly. There it is. It's kicked in alright. I plotted the lines y equals 2x. You can see that sort of there. I plotted the line x minus 2y equals 4. Now for my own peace of mind, I rearranged it in the form of 2y equals x minus 4, and therefore got it in the form of y equals mx plus c. Clearly you can see the gradient is a half and the intercept is minus 2, which means I've got the points correct. This orangey affair here, it was given to us originally as x plus 2y equals 4, and I rearranged it and got y equals minus half and x plus 2. Well, crossing on 0, 2, and that's the gradient of a half, and it's negative, so I'm very happy with that little plot there. Right, let's read the question. It says, draw the axes. I've done all that, and I've not labelled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's there. I don't want to make it too cluttered, not for teaching purposes. I've got to shade the region where y is less than 2x. In other words, if that's the boundary line, then to be less than 2x, I've got to be here, to the left, to the right of that line. Alright? And then it says x minus 2y has got to be above 4. So I've got to be to the left, to the right of this red line, and above this blue line. So far, I'm in this region here that I'm trying to show with my pen, right? This is where I am at the moment, all here. Now what about this orangey thing? I've got to say x plus 2y is less than 4. In other words, I'm going to go below this line, less than. So I've got to go less than, below the red line, less than, below the orange line, greater than, above the blue line. So really, this is the region the question's asking me about. All this, all that is the relevant region. And I'm going to put a dirty grey R through that one. There it is. Let's just revise that. Just take a little plot there just as a test point. Is y less than 2x? Yes it is, because I'm below the line. Is x minus 2y above 4? Yes it is, because I'm above the blue line. Is x plus 2y less than 4? Yes it is, because I'm below that orangey line. Therefore I've defined my region. It says list the 5 points in the region whose coordinates are integers. In other words, whole numbers. Well, I've not tried this before, so let me just shade out this little black thing as yellow, and let's see if we can try and see through this. Right, well that's the point. Let's get rid of the R as well, so that's going to get in our way completely, and it's going to be hard to see the grid, let alone anything else. So here we go, let's try this one. Right, I've got the point 1, 0, I've got the point 2, 0, I've got the point 3, 0, I've got the point 1, minus 1, and I've got the point 1, 1, and I've got no other lines available. Now it does say y has got to be less than 2, so this really should have been a broken line like so, but I couldn't really do it with the software that I've got, so I'm going to pretend this means broken dotted line. And the x minus 2y has got to be above 4. Well, that's this one here, and that should have been a broken line as well, but I couldn't really do it. Just trying to demonstrate that my coordinates are nowhere near these broken lines. And it says that x plus 2y has got to be less than 4, so even this one has got to be a broken dotted line. As you can see, all my coordinates are nowhere near the fences. I'm not allowed to be there, so they're the only 5 coordinates that fit within the region as defined by these 3 inequalities. So let me write the inequalities for you. Here it had to be y is less than 2x, so I went below. Here it had to be x minus 2y was greater than 4, so I went above. And here it was x plus 2y was less than 4, and so I went below the line. So there you go, they're my 5 coordinates, and I should name them really. So I've got 1, 1, that's him. I've got 1, 0. I've got 2, 0, that's him. I've got 3, 0, that's him. And I've got 1 minus 1, and that's him. Alright, let's go back a page. I'll tell you why, because I wanted to do a lovely question. The exam question is really nice. It's an equation. I'm going to set it up and do it. It says bag A contains X counters, so A has got X in it. Bag B has got 6 more counters than A. In other words, X counters plus 6. And bag C contains 4 times as many counters as bag B. In other words, 4 times X plus 6. And I'm told, if I read the story ever so carefully, that the total number of counters in bag A, B and C is 120. So, would you believe it? Look at this. This has crashed again. No, it's not. Right, that all comes to 120. So this plus that comes to 120. I've just formed an equation. It says set up and solve an equation to work out the number of counters in bag A. In other words, the X value, which represents the counters in bag A. What have I got? I've got X plus 6. Now multiply the bracket. Plus 4X, 4 6s, 24. All comes to 120 counters in total. Right, 1, 2, 6 X's, and 6 plus 24 plus 30. All comes to 120 counters. Subtract the 30 from next door. This will be 120, take away 30. So 6 X's come to 90. And now divide by 6. So X is going to be 90 over 6. That makes X to be 15.